Hello everyone. What's up? This is Omar. Welcome to the third rail. Today we're gonna have a short video. We're gonna discuss the our friend Dave Rubin. Dave Rubin is living a life of two personalities. You know Dave Rubin. You have seen him on the Blaze with Ben Shapiro, with Jordan Peterson. Um, the two identity that Dave Rubin is living under are liberalism and conservatism. Liberalism, or liberals who gave him the life that he has. He has a husband. He's a gay marriage. He's able to inherit his husband. His husband is able to inherit him. They could both file together in their taxes. I mean, they gave him every right as a married couple. While the right sees him as a threat to the norm of their life, conservatism, the church, God, Jesus, stuff like that, family values, the marriage being a man and a woman, all the stuff, that comes with conservatism. Sorry if I go like this. It's not that I have anything. It's just I have issue with my glasses here. They touch the bone chin on my nose, and they create issues with my allergies. Anyway, so Dave Rubin came out of the birth canal of liberal media, the Young Turks. He was a liberal. He was there. He worked. He made his money there. Then in 2015, something happened. Trump came into the scene, and a lot of people saw that gravy train and jumped right on it. Example, Candace Owen was a liberal. She had a liberal blog. She told Trump was a piece of garbage, whatever. Then when she found out there's a lot of traction, she jumped on that wagon. Dave Rubin did the same thing. And Dave Rubin, but he did it under the guise of, well, these liberals are too woke. Los Angeles, cancel culture. I agree with him on cancel culture. Wokeness, how woke are they, Dave Rubin? I'm going to ask you, how woke is liberals? Didn't they give you everything that you wanted? You have a safe haven in Los Angeles, and you left and migrated to Florida as a way to show that you are conservative. You are a team player. And Los Angeles is no longer a good place to live because of their wokeness. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bet you that Dave Rubin is going to come back to Los Angeles in the future. And I'm going to tell you, if he comes back to live there, he's going to have to service every homeless person in Skid Row. I mean, you know what I mean by servicing them, because he has talked a lot of shit about Los Angeles. Los Angeles that made him a human being. So let's go back to the two identities. So now he's serving two masters. He knows that he's not accepted by his new friends, but he makes money. It's all about money. It's about the grift, because like I said, after Donald Trump came, everybody wrote the gravy train. Down with this allergy, forgive me. The best thing about it is he started to morph slowly and slowly. He started moving toward the right, and he saw there was a lot of profit and there was a lot of traction. Because the right-wing audience or followers, they're very loyal, and they go with you. They go with you to hell and come back. I mean, they're very loyal, not like us, like me, left-wing media. I'm a nobody. I can't find any traction because my viewers don't give a fuck. If they're left-wing, they just want to see. But if you have right-wing followers or people, they are very loyal and they are very profitable to have. It's the true thing. So So Dave Rubin made the migration to Joe Rogan. When you go to Joe Rogan, you get this big bump of a new followers and new audiences of millions and millions of people. And if you say the right things, no matter how crazy they are, they're going to follow you. The same thing is happening right now to Bill Maher. Bill Maher went on Joe Rogan once. He got that bump. Now he went back again. He got another bump. Now he's torn like Dave Rubin. 1 week he'll please the left, and 1 week he'll please the right in his show, Real Time with whatever, Bill Maher, is it? Yeah. But Dave Rubin is a different animal. Dave Rubin, right now, I'm going to show you some videos. We're going to go over them together. He's groveling at the legs of right-wing media that sees him as a sodomite. Sorry with that word. I got suspended for saying the word sodomite one time on Twitter. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's a word. It's in the Bible. So that's how they view him. I'm going to give you, for example. Let's see this him with Ben Shapiro. Hold on. Is it? Wait, hold on. I don't want to mess up. Okay, hold on.
He's very ready.
But an anniversary.
Okay. He has in this segment, he has Ben Shapiro on his show. I want to show you how hurtful they are toward him. They tell him to his face. Even Candace Owen last week, she had a show. She called it Dabishri. I don't know what that means in the Bible, like people who kill. I think it's like the greatest sin. And they still his friends. He still said, "Oh, these are my friends, and no matter what, I don't care what you say. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it." Because money is involved, and some people will do anything for fucking money. Money is fucking. This is honesty. I don't like Ben Shapiro because he's another grifter who makes a lot of money off right-wing media. But this is him being totally honest. Let's go. Ready? All right.
Will you bake Rubin a wedding cake? Okay, so I mean, my answer is.
Well, I'm married already.
Okay, this is a question supposedly by an audience member. I think he did that just to test if he will you give Dave Rubin a wedding cake, but he's already married. Look what his answer is. Fucking honest. Brutally honest.
Right, he's married already.
But an anniversary, it was my anniversary last week. An anniversary cake would have been nice.
Right, so the answer is no. And the reason I won't is because as a religious Jew, I do not participate in activities that I believe are sinful.
And
So, you know what it is. Let's be honest. He don't want to say the word sodomy. In the Bible, it's called sodomite or sodomy, whatever you want to call it. Now, personally, I have nothing against gays. Let me put that out there. I think they should live their life, whatever. But I don't like the hypocrisy of some of them, like Milo, who all of a sudden now he's an extremist Christian. And now this guy, he works. Let's finish this. Hold on. I hope it's not freezing like last time.
would have done it kosher, the whole thing, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
now I feel bad.
He would have done it for you.
You got me this close.
Putting that aside, you can't have David's kosher cake now. If we were having an anniversary party, would you come? If I was inviting all the crew that we all know, and we were just an anniversary party, we're just having a party, and I'll even throw in some kosher food for you to make sure you don't have to bring your own food.
You know, honestly, I'd have to think about it. In the same way.
So that's interesting to me, because that's a different thing.
See, he's hoping. He said, I have to think about it. And he's holding to that sliver of hope that Ben Shapiro is going to accept him, whatever. Let me fix the sound. I think the sound is going to be messed up. I hate these guys. Okay, here's one. No, the sound is all right. Forgive me, guys. You know, I don't have no producers. He's holding into that sliver of hope that Ben Shapiro is going to say, okay, maybe I'm going to give you a cake in the future. Maybe. Listen.
Well, not really, because again, it's if you're a religious person, and again, take it from the religious perspective. From the religious perspective, the question is, are you glorifying something that you think is sinful?
Yeah.
So
you see what he's saying? Ben Shapiro is saying that his lifestyle is sinful. He sees Dave Rubin as a contradiction to the laws of God in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying here? This is what's going on right now with Dave Rubin. He wants to be accepted by this group. Now he has this dilemma: money or dignity? Money or dignity? Fuck dignity. I want the money. Now he was with the other, what's his name? Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson, you know, his claim to fame is that when he was in college as a professor, he refused to say the pronoun, and he started making all this. He did the same journey that Dave Rubin did. It always starts with Joe Rogan, and after that, you get that follow, and then you just lean into it, and you make a lot of money. You understand? And it's not right. It's phony. That's why I tell all my conservative friends, you are looking for heroes and people in the wrong places. You have to be your own heroes. Don't follow these fucking grifters who are selling you what's that called? Oil, fake oil, magic oil, what they used to call it, those oil salesmen. That's what they're doing. This is him with Peterson. Look how he's groveling just to be accepted. He's willing to throw under the bus every gay or trans or the whole LGBT community under the bus just to be accepted.
Mostly of fundamental.
Hold on. Is that it? I don't know. No, that's not it. Let me go to it. Sorry.
More religious people.
Okay. Okay, let's see what he has to say. Ready? All right, go, Dave. Let's see what you got to say.
People. It was virtually nobody that, well,
wait, hold on.
When I see this now, suddenly, like, you know, when we announced that we were having kids, there was some pushback online from more religious people on the right. By the way, 99% of it was all anonymous people. It was virtually no.
Yeah, anonymous people who follow you, people who watch your show. You don't know every single one of them, do you? It was a lot of pushback when he announced that he was having, let me put that picture and I'll be back to this. See? Can I put this to full screen? Is it? This is him telling us they're going to have 2 babies. I don't even know if I'm on it. Yeah, they're going to have 2 babies and all that stuff. And there was a lot of pushback. And he said by anonymous people. Of course, they are your followers.
Well, it was certainly nobody that I knew. There were one or two people that had blue checks on Twitter, but it was all these people, talking about.
Okay, I have 8,000 subscribers who never show up to watch my TV. Why am I doing this? Okay, let me bring this back and make him the small person that he is. I have I don't know who they are, and I have about 40 or 50 who come to view my dumb videos. I don't know who they are. I know one guy that who DMs me on Twitter, whatever. So he's making the case that we don't even know who these people are. Those are the people that told him, no, what you're doing, Dave, we don't accept what you're doing, Dave. Though we have accepted you in our media and we support you on this shit, and we're willing to look the other way with your gay marriage, but kids, that's a red line for us. That's what they're saying to him. These are the people, but David will never recognize that. He has no dignity. I showed you the video with Vin Shapari. He has no self-conscious or self-respect for himself. It's all about the money, man. I don't know what I'll do. Let's see if I got a following of 20,000 right-wing followers. I'll probably be, with my brothers, the white, and nationalists, whatever they want to call them. I'll probably be chilling with them. I don't know. Money changes people's attitude. So I'm poor right now, so I don't know how I will react. But my issue here, Dave Rubin he's gonna fall on his face in the end. He's gonna find himself moving back to Los Angeles as the biggest loser out there. Let's go. Go ahead, Dave.
The sanctity of marriage and all of these things. But I'm sympathetic to conservatives who go, boy, we let gay marriage happen, and look what's happened since. Now we're into all this gender stuff, and they're literally teaching gender theory to 5-year-olds who know nothing about gender or sex or anything else. I see it. I see what they were worried about, and unfortunately, the left, you tweeted.
What the fuck does the left has to do with that? What he's saying right now is that he is blaming the law of gay marriage, and he's married legally, on all this problem with the transgender community, with what do you call those people? I don't forget, the drag queen, all this issue, this culture war with that community by the right. Because the right have declared war on the LGBTQ community. Let's not get that credit. They are using them as a flamethrower to get people to the polls in November. Everybody knows what's going on. But Dave Rubin doesn't want to know that. Look at it. He's throwing the whole movement under the bus because of that dirty dollar that he's making. Go ahead, David. Go, David. Sorry.
Out something a couple of weeks ago. I was never a conservative until the liberals decided there were no rules. I'm paraphrasing you roughly. But I'm sympathetic to that. So much of all of the things that we knew, we no longer know at a societal level, apparently. So what do we do going back to the conservatives that were worried that this is where we were going to end up? In some sense, I should probably be their greatest hero, because
he should be a hero. He is the Superman of the right-wing movement because he's gay and he's willing to accept every smack and slap that he gets. Everyone who spits in his face every time he does an interview. There's a lot of interviews. Go look on YouTube of him or people who went to his show, didn't know he was the gay, and when they found out, they went nuts. This is what I'm talking about. Dave Rubin is not only a grifter, he's a person who has no self-respect or dignity for what he is, or the community that he represents. I would never sell out myself or the people I represent. I will criticize if they do something stupid. I would say, nah, that sounds a little stupid right there, what you're doing. But I'm not going to be doing what he's doing right now. He said since gay marriage happened, everything went off the wall. Go ahead, Dave. You got a couple more minutes.
It's like, oh, here's someone who wanted to enter civilized society, wanted to affirm most of the long-fought, time-tested ideals, wanted to enter the world with those things, help defend that world. It happens.
Okay, what world is David Rubin talking about that he wants to defend? The Bible? People who believe in Jesus, that men and women are husband and wife, not men and men and women and women. Is that the ideal you're talking about, Dave Rubin? What ideal are you going to bring to the table, to the conservative movement or to the religious movement? The only thing you're going to bring is hypocrisy and selling yourself short and ending up a piece of shit at the end. You have left the umbrella of protection of liberalism in California and Los Angeles and went into the raw war to the war in Florida against the LGBT community, the Don't Say I'm Not Gay bill. And something's going to come in where Dave Rubin will run right back to California or Los Angeles or New York, if he has any self-respect, but he doesn't, he's going to accept what I'm talking about. I'm going to get to it right now. I'm not going to hold it. Right now, the court, the Supreme Court is conservative. I mean, they're coming out swinging, man. They're coming out swinging, and they are trying. They just overturned Roe versus Wade, and they want to overturn now gay marriage because it was under the same rules, or the same thinking of law that these two issues became legal in the United States, or according to these new conservative people. You understand? So what's going to happen is you're going to have states. Close the door. We're going to have states that will accept gay marriage, like the blue states. And you're going to have states like Florida, like Texas, like the South, who are going to outlaw gay marriage. Now, what is Dave Rubin going to do? Florida is not a friendly state for gay marriage. Of course they're going to stop that, and they're going to get rid of it right away. And he's going to come running back to California. And I'm telling you, Dave, if you're coming back to Los Angeles after you shit on Los Angeles or New York, you're going to have to service every homeless person. You go back there. If not, we're not going to accept you.
To be a little different than we would think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's two guys. I can't deny it. I should sort of be a hero to them. It's not the ideal one that they went for, but it's approximately close enough that this should be pretty good. I suppose that will be my challenge in life.
Well, I think,
maybe that's.
but I also think that's probably true. But you also said earlier that as far as you're concerned, they also have a point.
There is a point.
Okay,
there.
so
What the fuck with Joe Jordan in his hand? Why does he does that? Is he using like a magic trick on them? I don't know why he does that. He started doing it in the Joe Rogan show.
The point.
Well, there has to be a point there because, look, gay marriage was legalized, I think, at a federal level in the United States in 2015, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So that we're now 7 years off of that.
Right.
And look at all of the craziness that has happened since. I am not directly connecting it to that.
You just did that before.
When you change fundamental.
He just did that before. Now he's, this guy is a hypocrite, man. He has no self-respect at all.
Structures, some weird things are going to happen. This is again where I would lay most of the blame here. I would lay on the sort of liberal establishment where nobody was willing to defend anything.
Okay, let me remove the video. Is over. I don't have to. If you go watch the whole interview if you want to. So now at the end, he goes back to the same bit. What do you call it? A gig that he has. The community says a gig. It's liberal establishment, liberal wokeism did this. What does that has to do with the price in China? You understand what I'm saying here? So what I'm saying here, he's blaming this on the liberal establishment. In the beginning, he blamed it on the gay marriage. He just threw everybody under the bus for the sake of making money. Now, I don't know what this video is. Let's see what this is. I hope, because I don't know how to organize.
Right. And more.
Okay, I think this is about gay conversion.
Surgery. Right. And more than that, and here's another perverse element of this. So many legislatures around the world now have banned so-called conversion therapy. And to me, this has been a catastrophe.
You see, he's telling the truth. These people are honest, man. These grifters are honest with him. They're saying that people are banning gay conversion. When these Christians want to take these people into the camp and tell them, like God loves you, whatever. I don't know how it works. I've never been involved on that. What I'm saying, what Jordan Peterson's telling him, he's telling the truth. He is alarmed. He is upset that they banned this gay conversion thing. And he'll sit down there and take it like a... Go ahead, Jordan.
Now, I know that there was a small percentage, mostly of fundamentalist Christian therapist types in the US, who were offering their services to homosexual people who were unhappy with their sexual orientation. And so you could have a discussion about whether that's ever appropriate or not, although I would say that's bloody well between the person and their therapist, as far as I'm concerned. But now that's illegal, and it's illegal to the point where...
In all your years of clinical therapy and all the patients that you ever saw, I'm sure you saw dozens, if not hundreds of gay patients. Did you ever meet?
Okay. So he's going to ask him if there was any successful, but the video was cut, so I don't have the whole thing, to be honest with you. But what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing a man who's living in a fragile state. To be or not to be is the question. Am I really a conservative or am I in it for the money? Am I gay and belong to the liberal establishment that gave me that cover and gave me that protection and made me who I am and let me play husband with my husband and have these children that I'm having? He's having 2 children. That's good for him. But that establishment gave him that. Let me see if I'm going to find anything here more, because I did not organize my, let me see.
It was virtually nobody certainly nobody. We have to, when I see this now, suddenly, like, when we announced that we were having kids, there was some pushback on.
All right, that's the same video as before. I don't want to, give you a headache. Okay. I think it's time to go. Okay. The whole idea is my problem with Dave Rubin is he is not honest with himself. He's dishonest with himself, and the people that are hiring him are more dishonest than him. Like Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck has the TV channel, whatever, or the online media company called The Blaze. He fired Tommy Lauren for saying on The View that she was pro-choice, but he has no problem with hiring Dave Rubin, who says he's married to another man. So you understand the hypocrisy between the religious right and the non-religious right. That the chicken is going to come home to roost for Dave Rubin and others like him when these laws change. When they outlaw gay marriage and say it wasn't constitutional, what Dave Rubin has to decide is, am I going to stay as a hypocrite and get a divorce in Florida, or hide my marriage, or accept the idea that I'm going to lose my rights, or should I move to California? Because I'm gonna tell you that if the Supreme Court outlaw gay marriage federally, I know that all the blue states gonna make it legal by the state. You have the right, so you'll be able to get insurance at state level or whatever is due to you under state laws. I don't know about, you can't get Social Security or pensions. You could get pension, but Social Security, I don't think you could get that because that's federal. Like Social Security is a federal program. So there's a problem. Dave Rubin has this issue to deal with. Dave Rubin is stuck in these 2 worlds. I don't know what the Christian call it. Remember when they said babies, it was to be stuck between heaven and hell in puberty? I don't know how to pronounce the word. That's what Dave Rubin is. He's in that state in his life. He's saying that since gay marriage came into place and became legal, everything went off the bat. Those crazy T's and R's and Q's, whatever. I have a video. I didn't have it. He said he doesn't even know what the Q's are. Q is queer, right? A, B, Z, and he started to make a fun. You are a hypocrite, Dave Rubin, man. You need to live your life right, man. You could not go attack a group of people, a group of ideas under the umbrella that you are a person who against woke culture, whatever it is. Sorry, my eyes look crazy when the glasses. These are prescription glasses, by the way. Anyway, excuse my nose and all the sniffling because my glasses give me issues. So, Dave Rubin's life is the product of woke culture, the same culture that he's fighting. Gay marriage and all those things came out of the woke culture sensibilities, and they said they have to give these people their right to get married, and they gave him that marriage. And it's going to be taken away soon. I know the Supreme Court is going to take it away because America is moving towards 2 ways. The majority of people are living one way, and the minority of people are living in another way, but they have the power right now in the courts. And I don't know how long the Supreme Court is going to stay relevant anymore if they come up with these laws that are bothering the majority. A lot of people are going to just lose respect or credibility. They're not going to give it any more credibility. They're just going to be another hack, another fucking branch of the government that is corrupt, just like the legislative and the executive. Now the fucking jury, whatever. I have a word, pronounce the words because my tongue never embraced all the English letters. Don't know why. I've been here all my life. So, in conclusion, Dave Rubin is on for rude awakening sooner than later, and people like him. Anyway, until we meet next time, I am Omar. Let me get that thing, the baseball bat thing. I paid a lot of money for it. Oh, God. Anyway, I will meet you next time. I hope you like this video, you enjoy it, whatever. I hope I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying to slow down so you can understand me and things of that nature. But I think I'm on the right side of history, or the right side of thinking. I am way toward the center. Live and let live. But hypocrisy should be called out every time. exists. Whatever it is, left or right, you have to call it out. If you don't call it out, you are just another hypocrite.